Why not in yellow?
Fuck no.
Really? Is that all? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Is that all? I can think of so many memes up now. Jeez. I can't believe that's it. No wonder you guys run it like 5 times a day.
I think this
6
is a
minutes.
quickest route.
That's even quick. Hey agents, thanks for tuning into this one. I just thought I would show you a build, another one of the builds that we use for the legendary. This one is a tank build. This is the one variety. I've already put up a video about this about a few days ago. This one basically is a 3-piece golem with 1-piece killer, 1 RNK, 1 Alps, 1 Alps name item. So that basically, in this build, the primary and second weapon doesn't matter. The specialization, in my opinion, that you want to, just in my opinion, you want, everyone differs here from opinion, but I think the technician, from my point of view, and you want to have the liberty. Even though I suck at using the liberty, but you gain a stack on each hit. Each hit will be like body shots, and you get a headshot, it replenishes your shield. That's why I say you would want to use the liberty. Yeah, well, I've already put up a video on this, but anyway, let's just go through it again. You want to have the perfect Vanguard in here. Perfect Vanguard and the Protector. This is the perfect Vanguard and Protector variety. So the more armor you have, the better, because you're giving half away every 25 seconds. You put your shield away, you take your shield out, you buff all your team with half of what your armor is. And the Protector is basically the every 3 seconds you give 15% of the total armor you have, you give to your allies as well, as your shield is taking damage as you are busy tanking. And you want to have the forge here for the shield health, as you can't get anywhere else. The same with the motherly love, you want to have there for the shield health, the motherly love glove. The other variety that you can do, the other variation you can do, is you can use a True Patriot shield variety. The way how you actually want to do that, I'm not going to go through all my stash and show you all of that. It's really quite simple. For the to change this into a True Patriot, all you do is you roll. You have a max armor roll, chest piece, max armor. Obviously, max armor on all of the pieces, but the chest piece, the backpack, and the mask and the knee pad, you stick with these two for the shield health. You stick with those two to have it for. Then you can have a 15 million shield with 2 Patriot. So you will debuff. So you're basically debuffing the NPCs as well, also helping your team out. So there's the 2 ways you can help your team out. You can either use the perfect Vanguard and Protector to give them bonus armor, or you can make the NPCs a little bit weaker to the skill damage and to their weapon damage by using the 2 Patriot, by debuffing them, by substituting those 4 pieces like I've said, and keeping these 2 named items here for the skill health. That's basically the shield variety. The other one here is the damage one that I would recommend is this one here. This is a damage one. Pretty stock standard, guys. Nothing amazing about this, but pretty stock standard. There are some of the newer players maybe joined, that maybe bought the game like 2 weeks ago. They wouldn't know what the best thing is to use, so they rely on YouTube videos or on Reddit posts, whatever the case may be. There's a bit of debate here on the glove and the knee pad. For my playstyle, the way I like to run my missions, where I position myself on the battlefield. For me, the best in start is a Fox Sprayer. Mine has 12.5% weapon damage. There's damage to target out of cover, and there's 12% critical hit damage. Basically, on all 6 of pieces, you want critical hit damage. The glove here. The other option you have is Contractors glove. Maybe if you're running an LMG, in my opinion, you want to have that. But other intents and purposes, in my personal opinion, I prefer to have the Grupo glove. I've been running for a few months already. I've been using the Grupo glove. I was using the Contractors, but then I realized, okay, let me just try out the Grupos in a few missions, and actually it worked a lot better for me. So I've critical hit damage. There's a bit of armor regen there. That's just to help your armor to regenerate. Otherwise, it doesn't regenerate at all. So that's just to regenerate a little bit. And I've seen that if you have, even if you don't have repair skills, if you're using a Mender Seeker like I am, and have a little bit of armor regen on one of your pieces, then the yield is a little bit better. It heals you heals you a little bit faster to your full armor. So they have crit damage, like I've said. The name item here that's the best in slot, I think, in my opinion, is the gift. Obviously I'm lacking weapon damage and lacking crit chance on these. It's not full on, it's only 4.4%. There's 12% crit damage, and there's a crit damage mod 11.2. There's perfect vigilance, increases total weapon damage by 25%. If you take damage, the buff goes away for 3 seconds. So it requires a lot of discipline, but the other option, if you don't have perf, you can either use vigilance or you can use composure. Composure gives you 15% damage while you are in cover. That's the other option. I'm using the Providence second piece, which is my holster. There's 13% weapon damage, 12% crit damage, and there's crit chance. And I'm using the Sacrifice Name Providence chest. There's 12.2% weapon damage, so they are missing out a bit. There's no crit chance in here, but there's crit damage. I rolled on 11%. I'm missing 1% there, and there's 11.4 crit damage. Mod slot, and there's my perfect glass cannon. So you die very extremely very fast using this bull, so you have to take care. So that's why it suits my playstyle, because I'm usually at the back of the playing field, not in front, so I can nail you with a rifle. The Coyote Moss, you can all see there the buffs you get depending on how far you are from the NPC. And that's also why you don't need 60% crit chance if you're running a Coyote. It gives you a little bit of leeway. You don't need to have it maxed out on your gear. I like using the SOCON MK16. I have crit chance everywhere on here in all the slots. Just 20 rounds there, but everywhere else I have crit chance. The same on the M1A. This can actually, the 508 can actually be a lot higher, because like I've showed you, I'm missing some weapon damage on my pieces, so you can have it a bit higher, 520, 530 you can have it. And also if you max out the weapon damage there as well, you can even probably have it to 5 in your 530s, 530Ks, you can have it there probably. There's crit chance here everywhere, and 5 rounds. So here are the stats. Like I've said, I only need 46%. The Coyote Mask falls in the other 15 to max it out. There's 164% crit damage of using the MK16. It's a bit more if I'm using the M1A. Then it's 181% critical hit damage, also 46 crit chance. The weapon the handgun doesn't really matter, but I also have it if I need to use it, is 164 if I run out of ammo, which is highly unlikely. I find I only run out of ammo if running missions on that ammo directive, then it's a bit crappy, because then you always run out, because I'm just used to reloading the whole time. So I'm using the Mender Seeker. Mine heals at 23, 743 HP armor a second, and the way it does that is because I picked up this I have some repair skills there on my chest piece, so it helps out a bit there. Without that 15%, the healing here is about 20,000. Without that, it gets about 20,000. Revive Hive as standard, and where you can easily get some more crit damage is over here. So you can see here I'm missing out on weapon damage. I'm missing out on critical hit damage. Only my crit chance is filled out. So then I can actually get the critical hit damage a lot more, and I can have more crit damage if I fill out all the pieces where my crit damage is a bit missing, where I'm missing point where I'm missing 0.8% or point, and the same with the weapon damage. I'm missing 2-3% here and there. You can also have it a little bit more stronger. Like I said, the other options, you can put the Contractors glove there. You can put the Sawyers knee pad. If it fits your playstyle, if you just sit in the same space the whole time, you can always use the Sawyers knee pad. It also prevent you from getting staggered into combat when you hit with explosions. So that's a good thing. But for my playstyle, the Sawyer's knee is not for me. I don't sit still in one spot the whole time. So that's why I'm using the Fox Sprayer for damage out of cover. And that's why it also ties in pretty well with my Silcon M16 because it also has damage out of cover. So I have 18% damage to targets out of cover. The Optimus is in there, which let me see it a little bit harder. You can have the Eagle Bearer here if you want to, but this is just my preference, guys. The pieces I chose here. This is my personal preference. But yeah, I think what else? I don't think there's anything else today. I can say I've showed you what's missing, how to improve. That's just basically the build that I use in the raid. To solo heroics, I do group heroics. Doesn't matter. I use this build for weapon damage anytime, any day. Thanks for watching, guys.